Many happy returns to legend himself, Mr. Tyson Bane.
What a shame.
Shoobity wop me, oobity wop me, oop-a-doo down.
That would be an ecumenical matter.
What a shame. What a shame.
Pain,
What a shame.
pain,
What a shame.
pain,
What a shame.
pain.
Good evening, 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 and welcome to the 9th day of Quizmas on this Saturday, the 17th of December. Hope you're all well. Thank you very much to Zeus for that question pack. Oh, a lot of pain, though, happening there. A lot of gambles, and it did teeter on the edge for a minute, but ultimately decided that it was going to be a wipeout on this occasion. What a shame. Anyway, hope you're all doing well. 4 Quizmas days to go, then I have got all the unknowns. A message from our sponsor, Puzzle Dan.
Well, sir, there's nothing on earth like a genuine bona fide electrified 6-car monorail. MONOOORAIL
Indeed so. Monorail right back at you. Thank you very much for the 100 bits there, Puzzle Dan. Other thanks as well. Thank you to Dante for that 22 months free subscription. Very grateful to you there. And a message from our sponsor, ABME.
25. Blimey.
Blimey indeed. Thank you for the 25-month subscription, ABME. Most grateful to you. Matt the Rat, thank you for the 100 bits there as well. And many happy returns to our friend Tyson Bain on this, the occasion of his birthday. Hope you've had a good day, my dude. And thanks for joining us this evening. Hope you're well. But yes, very many thanks to Zeus. I'm not sure who came out with the most there. Probably Toot. I think Toot didn't gamble. Was it Toot who didn't gamble? There's a couple of requests gone in. Show me the doggo and show me the pupper. Let me see if there's a doggo. I think there was just some calamity downstairs. I just heard a glass break. So I think it might all be a bit stressed at the moment. So I'll leave those sort of mulling there for a bit, and I'll try and cast those in a bit later on. How you doing? Everyone well? We got our Christmas tree today. Finally got it up downstairs just in time. So this one's been up for a couple of days now, but we got a real one in the living room. I'll put some pics up in the Discord a bit later on. But yes, it's time for the 9th day of Quizmas, and we've got a very special festive treat for you in store. And when's the next pool stream? Good question. I don't know if there weren't many people came to the last one in the Discord, admittedly, but yeah, it's about getting a decent camera set up. I could probably stream from my laptop. Only 1 point now to a top 5 spot in the final standings. So I think one of these is the escape artist. Could be the escape artist. I still got 3 games to go. And have I got 3? Yes, I have got 3. 1 today, 1 on Tuesday. Then Bash has got a very mysterious one on Wednesday. And then I'm wrapping things up on Thursday. Purge suggestion from Matt, maybe? When's the orangery stream? I tell you, it's so bloody cold in there at the moment. Don't no one want to go in there right now. Still thinking escape pods? Maybe. Let me say hello to you all. Good evening to Lewis and to Lupine, to Tadara and Not a Cat. Hello Shapes, hello Jogging. Hello Pyro Pygmy, welcome Danny and Stimson's Angle. Welcome Ianyo, hello to Nega Grandma and Anasep. To Matt and to Oni, to ABME and Puzzle Dan. To Toot and Amy, good evening Colo and Innis. To Tyson and Topper, and good evening to Zeus and Dogfish. Hello Vision and Silent Marine and Natter and Fired and Mark and Apodo and Riff and that bot, I think, Twitch Zet. I think that was a bot, but welcome to you and goodbye. Welcome Dante, welcome BC and Kamikaze and Wildix and anyone else who is lurking, loitering and lingering in the chat. You are most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining us for what promises to be a great fun evening of stream. When does the Flush household host the first Europe versus rest of the world Pogs Coney Cup pool competition? I'd enjoy that. That would be fun. A bit later on, we have got some Moneybox, a festive Moneybox pack from Lupine. I was tempted to use the 2020 version that uses Hackbox before realising it was still in 2019 and so wouldn't have gotten around the problems, whilst creating new problems in the shape of me having to manually add on all the pennies. So at some point I will make tweaks and changes to that. But before we get on to Festive Moneybox, we have got the small matter of our Quizmas game. It's going to be up there on the top row, third one across behind the door, marked 17th, for that is today's date. Shall we find out? On the 9th day of Quizmas, what did my true love send to me? Let's take a look. Topper with the manifestation there. It is Danger Zone. Great manifestation from Topper right there. Danger Zone is what we're going to be playing. Nailed it, he says. And I think, certainly of the games we've seen so far, Danger Zone is... no, I think that it might be the Danger Zone 2 logo, actually. Yes, it is an old one that's lazy. No, it is very much Danger Zone 3. I think this is the only one of the games we've played this year that has been on both of the previous 2 Quizmas shows. Can't speak to what's going to be coming up in the remaining ones. But yes, cue your Kenny logins. It is time for Danger Zone. And it is a pack from our very good friend Quizl83. And my goodness me, it's a good one as well. I proofed this one myself earlier on. Really, really good pack. And it's got sort of a double theme. It is a very festive pack, but not in a way that sort of excludes you from playing if you don't really dig Christmas. There's another theme running through it. And it's a bit of a, what would we say, a back to school pack. Yeah, back to school. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It is still done through the Twitch chat rather than Hackbox. So if you want to play, there is a £10 PayPal or equivalent prize if you manage to win. And for the sake of transparency, if we're deferring because we limit it to one prize at Quizmas per player, if we have to defer down the list, it will go through the top 6 finalists first and then drop into the Boneyard rather than going gold and then Boneyard, because of course the objective of the game is to stay in live play. So we'll the top 6 players in the final will take priority, and only then will we go down to the Boneyard. So that's how it's going to pan out. £10 PayPal or equivalent to the winner of this game. So it's going to be Danger Zone. It's going to pop back to that screen temporarily while I close down the calendar. And I set it up for the 10th day of Quizmas, which is me. It is me. Let's close the calendar down. Let me just make sure that this has... Yes, it has exported as I anticipated. Hooray. True. Good. I think we're all ready. So, get those fingers on those keyboards. It's time for a festive edition of Danger Zone. Yes, it is Danger Zone. Welcome to the Danger Zone, and it's a pack by Quizl. It's the 9th day of Quizmas. Cash on the line for the winning player this evening, and I'm hoping the balance of volume is okay because I have been tinkering with the microphone for various reasons this week. Not least of all the Quizmas #1. I need footage. Send me some footage. It's like 10 seconds. It'll take you less than 5 minutes to record and then upload. Send it to me on Discord. And join me in Discord, by the way, here. Yeah, we want to see lots and lots of people's footage so that I can do the edit. I'm going to be doing the edit on probably Wednesday. So yeah, just send me a few seconds of you doing something festive. It can be as simple as pulling a face next to a Christmas tree, but just 5 to 10 seconds of footage for the Quizmas #1. We've not got very much at the moment, so please do send that in ASAP. Right, Danger Zone. You want to play? Of course you do. Type in the code NMBU. And this pack does come to us from Quizl83, and a very fine pack it is. As I mentioned, it's something of a back-to-school Danger Zone, which is nice. So, oh good, we filled up the left-hand side. Hurrah. Come and play. Hello, Kegler Coach, welcome to the stream. Great to have you with us, hope you're keeping well. Few more players to join. Remember, this is the only game in the Arsenal where you can't join midway through. So even if you only want to answer a couple of questions or just play in the Boneyard game, do join now, basically. Be great to have you in. So come and join us. Raising the bar, welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you with us. Love a bit of Danger Zone. It's fast and furious. It's the ready money round. No, wait, that's catchphrase. Going to finish the school, yes. Yeah, I'm very well aware most schools have only just broken up. But hopefully you won't have forgotten everything in the intervening time. Right, another minute or so. It does feel very quiet at my end. I might give myself a bit more sound in mid cans. Remember a funny story about someone listening to random songs on Spotify on their way to work. Over a few days on the highway to work, It started playing AC/DC Tower of Hell. Nice. We're on a highway to hell. Bam, bam, ba-dam, bam, ba-dam, bam, 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 bam. Oh yeah, something like that. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm not the greatest fan of AC/DC. They've got a couple of good tracks. So, all right, I'm just going to get my my notes into a way which means I can read them. Read them easily. That'll do. Shrink that down even more. Really need the questions, and I can shrink that down a bit, and now I can get everything on nearly on one page. I can shrink the citation down because I don't need that. Great. Cool. 30 seconds, and then we'll get underway on this, the 9th day of Quizmas game. Oh, I finally added a thing to the Stream Deck.
Duh.
Which is I'm going to use sparingly. It's quite funny. So I've now got 7 sounds on the Stream Deck.
What a shame.
Got that one.
Shame.
That one.
Order!
That one. That clashes horribly with the soundtrack. That one. That one. That one. And now.
Duh.
That one. Thanks to, I think it was G. Eisens who sent me that one. After I did mention it. So yeah, that's a fun sound. They're now on all the games. So, yay. Yes. Honk indeed. Right, can we get one more in? Make it a nice round 30. The number's how many players we lose per round. If we get to 30, then it'll be 6 every round. Oh. Okay, bye. Someone just left. There are reasons I don't have a soundboard. Hello, Zeus. Welcome on in. One more, can we get it to 30? That'd be a nice round number. And we'd lose 6 every round. 30 feels like the best number to play this with. I can't join myself. I mean, I could join myself. Anyone else looking? I'll give you 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's play DangerZone. So, we're starting off with English. I said it was a bit back to school. Got it when you had the chance to yeah, I did say it was a little bit back to school. So the subjects you're going to be coming across, or the categories rather you're going to be coming across are subjects you might associate with school. And we're starting with English. A reminder that you have got you've got a choice of 2 helps, but you can only use one of them per round. They are refreshed at the beginning of each round, so use them or lose them. You don't get them if you're in the boneyard, though. A nerf in this round will be worth exactly 14 points. That's half the number of players rounded down. Yeah, you can also multiply. So if you answer quickly and you're pretty sure you're right, you can type M after submitting to double the points that you get for any particular question. Score points by answering correctly and quickly, whispering A, B, C, or D to Persephone's Twitch spot, not in the public chat because it won't be processed and will be deleted by a moderator. Yeah, the faster you answer, the more points you get. So you get 29 if you're the first, 28 if you're second, 27, and so on. At the end of the round, the players who are in the danger zone, that in this round is the 5 players at the bottom. Hereafter, it will be 6 players per round. But yes, if you are in the danger zone at the end of the round, you will be eliminated. Doesn't matter how long you've been there, but get out of that danger zone by the end of question number 5, or you will be eliminated. Though you will be able to play along in the Boneyard game, and there is still a medal available for finishing top of the Boneyard. Though our Quizmas prize will go to our gold medalist unless it is deferred down. Good luck to you all. It is Danger Zone. The category for the first round is English in this pack written by Quizzle. If you're ready, let's play Danger Zone. Correct, not a cap. 1 nerf or 1 multiply per round, but not both. Here we go, question number 1. Published in 1960, The Adventure of the Christmas Pudding is a short story collection featuring which of these detectives? Inspector Morse, Father Brown, Hercule Poirot, or Sherlock Holmes? Good answer from everybody. Most are incorrect, but not everybody. Topper was fastest, Mark second, Zeus third, Colo was fourth, and Stimpson's Angle was fifth. Just the one multiplier there from Colo, who doubled up and answered fourth. Big points for Colo, 52 already. And 2 nurse being played there, Dogfish and Raising the Bar. You 3 have used your help this round. You won't be able to use it again. The answer was Hercule Poirot. Hercule Poirot. The eponymous case is solved by Poirot, but the short story collection also includes stories involving Miss Marple and is the only one of Christie's works to include both Poirot and Marple. Well done if you got that one. Let's reorder the board. Big old tie in the danger zone at this early stage of the game, but we will resolve that before the end. Colo with a lead of 52, Topper's in second, Mark's in third. Let's go on to question number 2. In which tense is the following sentence written? We had written our Christmas cards. Past perfect continuous, past simple, or past continuous? Photo with a late nerf there. Most players getting this one right. Matt the Ref was fastest, Mark was second, Oni was third, AB Me fourth, and Vision was fifth. 3 nurse being played there, Apodo, Stimpson's Angle, and Puzzle Dan, all getting a flat rate of 14. It's past perfect. Past simple would be we wrote our Christmas cards. Past continuous would be we were writing our Christmas cards. Past perfect continuous would be we had been writing our cards. So past perfect, what you wanted. Well done if you've got a astute knowledge of grammar there. I certainly, for one, wouldn't have had a clue. So I forgot everything about English grammar as soon as I could, apart from spelling and the difference between less and fewer. But let's reorder the board. Mark now at the top of 56, Topper's in second, Colo in third. Not a bad start. We've still got a tie in the Danger Zone, 3 players on 14, one of them with a help available, and the 4 players who are in the de facto Danger Zone have all got helps available as well. Let's go on. Question number 3. According to the opening line of Little Women, which March sister grumbled, Christmas won't be Christmas without any presents? Dogfish fastest, AB Me second, Oni third, Dan was fourth, and Nekagramma was fifth. A few helps being played there. Natter, Matt, Vision, Amy, Tyson, Kamikaze, and Fired, all nerfing on that question for the flat rate of 14 points. No multipliers being played. The answer is Joe. The novel begins, Christmas won't be Christmas without any presents, grumbled Joe, lying on the rug. We watched Little Women the other day, the remake with Timothy Shamalama Ding Dong and Emma Watson and Saoirse Ronan, and the person who I thought for half the film and asked Megs like 4 or 5 times, I'm sure that's Chloe Grace Moretz. Or however you pronounce her surname, and she assured me it wasn't Chloe Grace Moretz, it was Megs? What was the actress who wasn't Chloe Grace Moretz? Florence Pugh, thank you. Florence Pugh. It turns out it was Florence Pugh, but I thought she looked an awful lot like Chloe Grace Moretz. But yeah, the answer is Joe, not a book I've read, but I quite enjoyed the film. Let's reorder the board and see where you're standing. Unfortunately, Ali, yes, it is too late to join. This is the only game which doesn't have an anytime entry, just due to me not being a better programmer, I'm afraid. So I'm afraid you'll have to watch from the wings for this one. But we've got Moneybox coming up a bit later on. Hope you're well. Let's reorder that board. Okay, we've got to a proper Danger Zone size now. With just 5 players in there. Silent Marine, Apodo, Amy, Natter, and Jogging. Silent Marine and Jogging have got help available. Other 3 players on 14 do not. Dogfish now leading with 64. Mark's in second, and Raising the Bar is in third. Remember, use your help or lose them, because they are refreshed at the start of each round anyway. So you might as well use them for either a help or a nerf before the end of the round. 2 questions to go. Here's the next question, number 4. In which Shakespeare play does Christopher Sly say, it is not a comedy, a Christmas gambled, or a tumbling trick? Twelfth Night, 2 Gentlemen of Verona, The Taming of the Shrew, or The Tempest? Spot the people who studied this at school. His answer is C, The Taming of the Shrew, or 10 Things I Hate About You. Innes was fastest there, Topper was second, Natter in third, Dogfish fourth, and Puzzle Dan was fifth. A few nurse being played there, Riff, Mark, Pyro Pygmy, and Silent Marine, but Innes multiplying and being the fastest to answer, meaning he's picked up the maximum of 58 points. That is going to shoot him right up the board from 22nd to echelons a lot higher, or at least he would hope so. Taming of the Shrew is the answer. Let's reorder the board. And Innes indeed fired right up to third place for 22nd. Just shows in this game your luck can change just that quickly. Down in the danger zone, Ianyo on 22, Lupine on 21, Kegler on 15, Apodo on 14, Jogging yet to score. 4 of those players have still got helps available with 1 to go. You've got to get out of the danger zone on this question. It's pretty tight around the danger zone line, just a point between Ianyo in the danger zone and BC in safety. Dogfish in the lead, Topper's in second, and still with a help available, and Innes is in third. One more question in this English round. Have a look at this. Maybe doing a tactical nerve here. According to the Gospel of Matthew, the 3 gifts brought by the Magi for the infant Jesus were gold, myrrh, and what other? Frankincense, 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 or frankincense? Love a good spelling question. It's frankincense. A frankincense. C then S. Rather than C then C, S then S, or S then C. C then S. Frank in C-E-N-S-E. Mark was fastest, Oni was second, Ianyo third, BC was fourth, and Innes was fifth. And we've got a number of helps being used there. Most of the multipliers, has to be said. A, B, me, Oni, BC, Topper, Ianyo, Jogging, Shapes, and Nekograndma all using multipliers there. ABME actually wrong with that multiplier, and likewise Jogging unfortunately wrong with the multiplier. That is going to be unfortunately no point. So we're a couple of nerfs, Kegler Coach and Lupine both nerfing, both in the danger zone, both on getting 14 for that. Is that going to be enough to get them out of bother? We know that Jogging is going to be eliminated, sadly, being in the danger zone and getting the last question wrong. Poda getting 24, Ianyo getting 54. They may have done enough to get out of there. Silent Marine may have something to worry about. Tyson and Fired may have something to worry about. Natter might have something to worry about. Only one way to find out. Let's reorder the board. And there we have it, Natter and Tyson just hanging on there. But the nerfs don't look like they have been of much help there to Kegler and Lupine. They stay in the danger zone. Lots of people moving up with, that's often what happens when you get, lots of people get the question right. Topper finishes on top with 121 points, and Oni's in second with 110. Innes is in third with 104. Those 3 players will get a little boost going into the start of the next round, and they'll be joined there by Mark, Dogfish, Shapes, Colo, Nekograndma, Ianyo, BC, Zeus, Puzzle Dan, Matt the Ref, Kamikaze, Calibrator Vision, Amy, Stimpson's Angle, Raising the Bar, AB Me, Riff, Pyro, Fired, Tyson, and Natter, all of whose points will be reset to 0. Very well done, you're through to round number 2. Unfortunately, though, Apodo Nuevo, Lupine, Kegler, Silent Marine, and Jogging. Oh, hate to do it so early in the game, but that is how the game goes. It is the end of the round. You are in the danger zone, which means we have to say goodbye. Zeus, the only player to hang on to a help there, so he felt the need not to use it. Maybe he's going to try and go helpless throughout the game. Helpless. See what I did. Of course, crowns assigned in the boneyard to all the players on a single point, and there will be a medal awarded to the player who does get the most correct answers in the boneyard. That number 1, is reflecting the number of questions that you have gotten correct. No helps in the boneyard, but please do continue playing in the game for pennies and possibly that medal at the end. Topper starting with 12, Oni starting with 8, and Innes starting with 6 in this round with 24 players left. Let's go on to round number 2. Round 2 is history. We go from double English first period to second period, or third period if English was a double. Third period history, just before lunch, as it were. So you're going to get a load of festive related questions, or festive history related questions. Nerf in this round is going to be worth a flat rate of 12 points, as there are 24 players left. We will lose 6 players at the end of this round. And a reminder that you can use either of your helps once, either the multiplier or the Nerf, but not both once you've used it. Once you've used one of them, you cannot use it again this round, but it will be refreshed at the start of the next round. We're going to lose 6 players. It will drop to 18, then 12, and then the final 6. Category number 2, or subject number 2, is history. Let's play DangerZone. And yes, I am drinking red wine. It's the first time I've drunk on stream for about 2 months. We have some wine with dinner. Question 1. The Christmas truces of World War I occurred in which year? 1916, 1917, 1915, or 1914? They were 1914. It was the first year of the Great War. The Christmas truces were in 1914, to the point where actually High Command decided it was a bad idea and should never happen again, and so they banned it. I think they tried to ban Christmas truces thereafter. But yes, 1914 was the answer. BC was fastest, Innis was second, Dogfish in third, Riff was fourth, and Pyrotechnic was fifth. Multipliers being played there: BC, Riff, Mark, Innis, Matt, and Dogfish. And all were correct. Not all were correct, actually. Mark and Matt actually going wrong on that one. So that is a lost help this round, unfortunately. Have to work extra hard to avoid the danger zone this round. Very well done, though, if you got that one right. Let's reorder the board. Big danger zone. Only 9 players out of it at the moment, but still a lot of helps available. Let's go on to question number 2. In 1889, the first known Christmas tree in the White House was placed during whose administration? Abraham Lincoln, Theodore Roosevelt, Benjamin Harrison, or Martin Van Buren? Tricky one there. Quite a few getting it right, though. ABME was fastest, Zeus was second, Amy was third, Mark was fourth, and Riff was fifth. Just raising the bar, playing a multiplier on that one, and again, incorrect. Unfortunately, that is not going to count for any points, and that is a lost help. Benjamin Harrison was the correct answer. The first known Christmas tree in the White House was placed upstairs in the second floor Oval Room, then used as a family parlour and library in 1889 during the Benjamin Harrison administration. It was decorated with candles for the Harrison grandchildren. Very well done. If you got that one right, let's reorder the board. We've still got a staggered danger zone. Excuse me. We need to whittle that down to 6. In is currently leading with a very nice 69. Riff is in second with 62. BC in third at the moment with 48. Kegler and Jogging leading the Boneyard with 2 questions right apiece. Let's go on. Question number 3. On December 25th, 800 AD, which king of the Franks was crowned as Holy Roman Emperor? Pepin, Charlemagne, Clovis, or Louis? That would be Charlemagne. Nothing else to give you on that question. Charlemagne is the answer we were after. Innis was fastest, Mark was second, Oni in third, Dogfish fourth, and ABME was fifth. Few helps being used there. A Nerf from Vision and Tyson, getting the flat rate of 12. Multipliers played by Ianyo, Dan, and Colo there. And Dan, unfortunately, incorrect, so nothing for that multiplier. But Ianyo and Colo both doubling up. Very well played. Let's reorder the board. Okay, just a single tie, or two players tied on 12 in the danger zone. Everyone else is in a de facto danger zone. Map fired, puzzle down, raising the bar, and Natter. 2 questions to get out of there. Fired and Natter still with helps available. Naked Grandma shouldn't rest on his laurels just yet, though. Has got a help available, but only a point clear of the danger zone. Innis up at the top with 93. Riffs in second, BC in third. Let's go on to question number 4. Clovis was a butter. Nice. Hello, Arun. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you with us. Hope you're keeping well. The husband of which British monarch is usually credited with introducing the Christmas tree to Britain? Mary II, Elizabeth II, Victoria, or Anne? most getting this. Puzzle Dan was fastest, Dogfish was second, Oni third, Innes fourth, Zeus was fifth. A number of helps being played as well. Oni and Nata and Zeus all multiplying, Stimson, Kamikaze and Fired all using a nerf. And for the first time this round, everyone who has played a multiplier was correct, so doubling up points there. Mecha Grandma and Raising the Bar missing out on that one. The answer was Victoria. Yes, which is often why the Christmas tree is associated with being a German invention. Victoria was the right answer. Let's reorder the board. We'll change down at the other end. Matt and Puzzle Dan getting out of the danger zone, and we have got a standard danger zone size for the first time this round. Vision, Nata, Fired, Tyson, Necker Grandma, and Raising the Bar. You're all in there. Necker Grandma, you have got that help available. Use it wisely. Up at the other end, Innes is leading. Oni's in second. Dogfish just a point behind in third on 88. One more question on Christmas and history. Have a look at this. Good luck. In 2015, which of these countries banned public celebrations of Christmas? Brunei, Bahrain, Bhutan, or Benin? It'd be wonderful if the answer was B, but it's not. It's A, Brunei. Links to that to sites showing Bahrain, Bhutan, and Benin, which all celebrate Christmas. Brunei is what we wanted. Zeus was fastest, Matt was second, Necker Grandma was third, Stimson's Angle was fourth, and Oni was fifth. Multipliers there being played by ABMe and Necker Grandma, and ABMe was wrong, but Necker Grandma was correct. That should help you out of the danger zone there, Necker Grandma. We'll find out in just a minute. Nerf's also being played by Pyro Pygmy, Topper, Amy, and Shapes. Flat rate of 12 points. Now, it's a very interesting situation here because 5 out of 6 of the players who are in the danger zone at the moment got it wrong. So they are going to be eliminated as a matter of course, as it is question 5. The question is, has Necker Grandma done enough to get higher than Puzzle Dan? 44 is quite a big score. And it is going to be Puzzle Dan or Naked Grandma becoming the 6th player to be eliminated. Let's find out as we reorder the board. Necker Grandma shooting way up to 13th there, or joint 11th with Topper and Shapes on 57. And Puzzle Dan is indeed pushed into the danger zone. Bad luck, Puzzle Dan. That is the end of round number 2. At the end of that round, Innes finishes on top with 114. Oni takes second with 109. And Dogfish picks up third with 88. You three will get a little boost going into the next round. And you'll be joined there by Zeus, Riff, BC, ABMe, Stimson's Angle, Mark, Amy, Topper, Shapes, Necker Grandma, Pyro Pygmy, Matt the Ref, Ianyo, Kolo, and Kamikaze, all of whose points will be reset to 0. Kegler, Jogging, and Lupine currently leading in the Boneyard with 3 questions right apiece. We're about to add some more players to the Boneyard. Let's see if anyone can usurp their crowns, because unfortunately for Puzzle Dan, Calibrated Vision, Nata, Fired, Tyson, and Raising the Bar, it is the end of the round. You are in the danger zone, which means we have to say goodbye. No usurping happening, but we've got 7 crowns on the go at the moment. Tyson, Lupine, Puzzle Dan, Jogging, Fire, Kegler, and Vision, all with 3 questions correct out of 10. The game moves on. 18 players remain. Innes starting with 9, Oni with 6, Dogfish with 4. Danger Zone is 6 players once again. Let's go to round number 3. Round 3 is Modern Foreign Languages, aka Make Ben Say Things, is what Quizzle has written here. I did practice reading these out earlier on. Please don't judge me and do your best to try and understand the things I'm saying, because I don't really speak any languages other than English. I have got a GCSE in German, and I studied French for 3 years in high school. My best mate is fluent in like 5 languages, which is deeply upsetting. I've probably told you the story before, but his wife is German, and he's obsessed with Italy. So he only speaks Italian to his children. He only speaks German to his wife. And whenever we go, and whenever we're rehearsing for a concert, 9 times out of 10, if we meet someone from another country who wanders into the rehearsal, 9 times out of 10 they tend to be French, and I always assume he is talking about me when he speaks a foreign language. Maybe that says more about me than about him, but it's often the way when you can't understand. manifest a question on French. We'll have to wait and see. Modern foreign languages, generally the languages you learn in high school and primary school as well these days. Helps have been reset for those still in live play, and a nerf in this round will be worth 9 points, which is half the number of players rounded down. Multiplier is still available, maximum of 36 points available on a question that you multiply. And yeah, we're going to be losing 6 players at the end of this round. Best of luck to you all. Round number 3 is some sort of festive conglomeration of modern foreign languages. Best of luck to you all. Let's play Danger Zone. Where's the Klingon? I think they do Klingon in schools there. Alright, question 1. French. Quel ballet de Tchaïkovski se déroule le soir de Noël? Gisèle, Casse-Noisette, La Belle au Bois dormant, Le Lac de Cygne. there's the emote. Casse-Noisette was the answer. The question translates as, which Tchaikovsky ballet takes place on Christmas Eve? The answer, Casse-Noisette, the Nutcracker. La Belle au Bois dormant, Sleeping Beauty. Le Lac de Cygne is Swan Lake. And Giselle is Giselle, which is not a ballet by Tchaikovsky, of course, because he only wrote 3, but it's by Adolphe Adam. Damn Piotr for only bothering to write 3. Yes, he did only write 3 ballets, despite being sort of popularly known for his ballets. But Giselle is by Adolphe Adam, who famously wrote Oh Holy Night, famous Christmas carol, so there is a Christmas connection there. I don't think my French was too bad. BC was fastest. Innes was second, Oni was third, Yanyo fourth, and Mark was fifth. Innes using a multiplier there, doubling up to 34 points. Very well played. Let's reorder the board. And we've got a standard Danger Zone from the word go. Innes in the lead, Oni's in second, BC's in third. Let's go on to question number 2. Italian, in quanti fantasmi compagno Dickens canto di Natale, 8, 2, 6, 4. Should have said Puzzle Dan, currently leading the boneyard at the moment as well. Quattro was the answer. Translates as, how many ghosts appear in Dickens' A Christmas Carol? Quattro, which would be 4. Deux would be 2. Se would be 6. And otto would be 8. There are 4, though I heard a lovely story. I can't remember if someone told me in real life or if I read it on Twitter. There's someone the other day at a pub quiz said the question was, how many ghosts appeared to Scrooge in A Christmas Carol? And they said very quickly and with confidence, 5. And everyone looked at him and said, what? And he said, yeah, because everyone forgets. Ghost to Christmas past, Ghost to Christmas present, Ghost to Christmas yet to come, and Marley and Marley. Because obviously he was citing the Muppet Christmas Carol, where there are 2, Jacob Marley and Bob Marley, the brother in Christmas Carol. But yeah, whoa! To avarice and greed. Anyway, Mark was fastest there, Yanyo was second, BC in third, AB me in fourth, and Shapes in fifth. Mark playing a multiplier there, picking up the maximum of 36. Very well played. Let's reorder the board. Few extra crowns coming into the boneyard. Kegler, Jogging, Dan, and Tyson all with 4. Innes at the top with 56. Mark's in second with 50. Then a bit of a gap down to BC on 34. But, of course, the top 2 are the only ones who have used helps so far. Let's go on. Question number 3. You're top for 1 question, Dan. You were. You could be again. Question 3. Dutch. Welke kleding draagt de kerstman traditioneel? Blauw, geel, rood, groen. Rude was the answer there. BC was fastest, Zeus second, Mark third, Pyropygmy in fourth, and Ianyo in fifth. Nurse being played by Matt and Amy for the flat rate of 9. BC playing the multiplier and getting it right and being fastest again. Maximum points going out to you. 36. Very well played. Yeah, Dutch question there, which translates as, what colour clothes does Santa Claus traditionally wear? The answer was rood, which is red. Groente would be green. Geel would be yellow. And blauw would be blue. Rood. Although, of course, if you're thinking about Sinterklaas, who was Dutch, I think. Sinterklaas from Dutch? He traditionally wears green. The sort of old traditional Father Christmas character, or Sinterklaas, wore green as Northern Elf. It was only wasn't really. I think it was Coca-Cola who invented the red outfit for Santa, or maybe that's an urban myth. Who knows? Let's reorder the board. Kamikaze, Zeus, Amy, Me, Pyropygmy, and Matt the Ref in the danger zone after 3 questions. Still got 2 to get you out of there, and there's still a lot of helps available on this board. Remember, double points for correct answers, and Nerf is currently worth 9. BC currently on 70 and in the lead. Mark's in second on 66, Ennis in third with 56. Let's go on to question number 4. Sinterklaas is Dutch and oh, does he wear red as well? Thank you, Dante. Didn't know that. Spanish. De que cantanta americana es la canción Christmas Tree Farm? Miley Cyrus, Kelly Clarkson, Taylor Swift, Ariana Grande. Taylor Swift was the answer to that question. Translates as, which American singer is the song Christmas Tree Farm by? And it is, of course, by Taylor Swift. Oni was fastest there, Zeus in second, Mark was third, Pyropygmy was fourth, and Amy was fifth. Couple of multipliers being played there, Oni, Riff, Pyropygmy, and Zeus, all of whom were correct, doubling up their points. Kolo and Kamikaze playing the Nerf for the flat rate of 9. Well done if you did pick up some points there. Let's reorder the board. So, with 1 question to go, BC's got a lead of a single point, 83 to Mark's 82 in second. Oni a little bit behind on 66, but still currently in third place. Down in the danger zone, Kamikaze, Stimpson's Angle, Nekka Grammar, Topper, Me, and Matt the Ref. 4 out of 6 of those players, though, have got helps available. There's not a massive disparity between Kamikaze on 27 and Amy on 31. Still much to do and much that could change on this final question. Best of luck to you all. Question number 5, here it is. German. Welche Schauspielerin spielt im Film Buddy der Weihnachtself? Reese Witherspoon, Anne Hathaway, Zooey Deschanel, Jennifer Aniston. Zooey Deschanel was the answer. It translates as, which actress is in the movie Buddy the Christmas Elf? This is the German title for the film, as Elf would just be 11. Ha! Direct quote from the caption there. Yeah, so they called it Elf in German. It would just be called 11, which would be a sort of weird spin-off of Stranger Things. Zooey Deschanel was the answer that we wanted there. BC was fastest, Topper was second, Zeus was third, Matt was fourth, and Amy was fifth. A lot of helps being activated here. Me, Topper, Ianyo, and that was it. Oh, sorry, Nekka Grammar using multipliers. Me, unfortunately, and Ianyo also wrong with those multipliers. Bad luck, you're not going to get anything for that one. Nurse being played there by Stimpson's Angle, We Like Shapes, and Dogfish for the flat rate of 9 points. Very difficult to get a read on this. Kamikaze and Me are going to be eliminated as a matter of course for getting it wrong whilst in the danger zone. Question is, have Matt, Topper, Nekka Grammar, and Stimpson's Angle done enough to surpass Dogfish, Kolo, Shapes, Riff, maybe Pyro, maybe up as high as Ianyo? Because there's 4 correct answers in the danger zone, which means potentially 4 wrong answers could drop in. Could be as high as Ianyo dropping into the danger zone. Let's find out as we reorder the board. And there we have it. The board has been reordered, and it's Dogfish, Kolo, Stimpson's Angle, Kamikaze, Matt, and Me, who are sadly going to drop this round. Back up at the other end, BC finishes on top with 101. Mark gets second with 82, and Innes gets third by a point on 68. You three will get a little boost going into round number 4, which I think is the next one. Very well played, and you'll be joined there by Zeus, Oni, Topper, Nekka Grammar, Shapes, Ianyo, Amy, Pyro, and Riff, all of whose scores will be reset to 0. Riff just escaping the danger zone there, just a single point clear of Dogfish, who unfortunately we do have to say goodbye to. Sadly, for Dogfish, Kolo, Stimpson's Angle, Kamikaze, Matt the Ref, and Me, it is the end of the round. You are in the danger zone, which means we have to say goodbye. Jogging currently with the crown. Jogging immediately losing the crown. Dogfish takes the crown in the boneyard. 9 points. Oh, sorry, 9 questions out of 15 correct. Dogfish currently wearing the crown, but lots of people not a million miles behind could usurp it from him in due course. So we come to our penultimate round. 6 will go through and 6 will go home. BC starting with 6, Mark with 4, Innes with 3. Let's go to round number 4. It's maths. Hooray, says BC. And where's Toot? Is Toot not here tonight? No, I think he is. I think I saw his name. Did I see his name? I can't remember. But yeah, there was a message for Toot, but it maybe comes later on. But yeah, because everyone loves a maths round is the message from Quizzle here. So you're going to get 5 questions on Christmas-related mathematics here. A nerf in this round will be worth a flat rate of 6 points, 12 points for being the fastest, and if you double it up, it could take you up as high as 24. 6 will go through to the final, and 6 will drop to the boneyard. Best of luck to you all. Category number 4 is maths. Let's play Danger Zone. My PhD was not quite that specialised, says Riff. I'm so sorry, I can only apologise. Here we go, question number 1. 2 baubles and 1 piece of tinsel costs £2.10. 1 bauble and 2 pieces of tinsel cost £1.80. What is the cost of 1 bauble and 1 piece of tinsel? £1.20, £1.30, £1.10 or £1? Yikes. Just 2 getting it right. Zeus was fastest, Riff was second. No helps being used on that one. The correct answer was £1.30. A bauble is 80p and tinsel is 50p. The quick way, and by the way, they're definitely more exposed to the range today. They're definitely a lot more than that. Riff is on the money there. The quick way is to add the 2 pieces of information together to get the cost of 3 baubles and 3 pieces of tinsel, and then divide by 3 to get the cost of 1 of each. We'll give you £1.30. Fast maths, proper maths problems here. I told you it was back to school. Let's reorder the board. Everybody's still with their helps available. We have got 5 people clear of the Danger Zone thanks to BC, Mark and Innes's boost. But we have got a tie in the Danger Zone, 7 players on 0. We need to get it down to 6. Dogfish, Colo and Stimpson's Angle currently wearing the crown. Let's go on to question number 2. The cost of a large turkey crown is £36. The price was reduced after Christmas to £30.60. What percentage reduction is this? 15%, 10%, 20% or 12.5%? Got a bit more green on that question, which is good to see. Sorry, I'm just going to regas my pipe. BC was fastest, Shapes was second, Amy was third, Innes was fourth, and Riff was fifth. Where's the question? Yeah, £5.40 is 15% of 36. So, yeah, a simple percentages question. Well, relatively simple. Mark playing a multiplier on that one, but unfortunately incorrect. So he's not going to pick up any points for that and is going to have lost his help. Bad luck there. 15% is what we wanted. Let's reorder the board. We've got a standardised Danger Zone size. Riff in the lead with 19, BC's in second with 18, Innes and Zeus currently tied up on 12. Bit of a gap between Amy on 6 and Mark on 4, currently in the Danger Zone. But we have still got 3 maths questions left. Let's go on. Question number 3. Ben wraps 4 identically shaped different presents, but forgets to put the labels on, so he has to guess. What is the probability he labels them all correctly? 1 in 24, 1 in 12, 1 in 6, or 1 in 4? It's 1 in 24. Basically, 1 over 4 times 1 over 3 times 1 over 2 times 1 over 1. The first one I label, I've got a 1 in 4 chance of getting it right. The second one, a 1 in 3. The second one, a 1 in 2. So, yes, that's how you'd work that one out. Most players getting this one right, actually. Mark was fastest, Shapes was second, BC third, Innes fourth, Pyropygmy was fifth. And 4 players using their multipliers, BC, Innes, Ianyo and Shapes, all correct, apart from Ianyo, who is going to have lost his help and get no points for that question. 1 in 24 is what we wanted. Let's reorder the board. Zeus sliding into the Danger Zone now. BC is at the top with 38, Shapes in second with 33, Innes is in third with 30. All 3 have used their help, so interestingly. Zeus, Pyropygmy, Oni, Topper, Nekogremma and Ianyo all in the Danger Zone with 2 questions to go. 5 of them have still got help, so still anything could happen. Odds of getting fastest finger first right with 4 round of guesses. Absolutely right, Tyson. That is also the same logic applies there. On we go. Question number 4. Take a look at this. Or just label the present after you've wrapped it. That also makes sense. A recipe for Christmas pudding serving 12 people needs 210 grams of currants. What weight of currants is required for a pudding serving 30 people? 505 grams, 515 grams, 525 grams, or 535 grams? Real life maths problem. I do that with my cakes. I try and exponentially say this serves 8, and so I think, well, it doesn't really serve 8, it's going to serve 4. If I actually wanted to serve 8, I need to double everything. On this particular question, though, to serve 30 people, you require 2.5 times as many ingredients. So 2.5 times as many currants. 210 times 2.5 would give you 525, which is what we wanted there. C. Oni was fastest, Naked Grandma was second, Shapes in third, Mark was fourth, and Innes was fifth. And just Zeus using a multiplier, but unfortunately incorrect on that one, Zeus, so you're not going to pick up any points. With one question to go, we've still got half the players with helps available, so it's going to be a really interesting question 5. For now, let's reorder the board. And there we have it. 4 helps available in the danger zone and 2 helps available above the line. BC with the lead on 45, Shapes in second on 43, Innes in third with 38. With a minimum or maximum of 12 points available without a help, Ianyo could potentially still get out of the danger zone, which means it is anybody's question. Is anyone completely safe? 12, 24. I think top 2 players are safe. Possibly even top 3. I can't do the maths that quick. Curious. Ironic, given it's a maths round. Ianyo can escape. Yes, Ianyo can get out of the danger zone. He could pick up 12, which would take him to... oh, no. Sorry, you can't, Ianyo. No, you can't. Because, not without a help, no. Because you get 17, which would put you higher than Amy, but not higher than Oni, which is where you need to go. Sorry, Ianyo, you are going to be eliminated. Good luck to you all. Question number 5 is this. Rudolph's stable is a cube with a volume of 8 cubic meters. What is the surface area of all 6 sides of his stable? 30 square meters, 18 square meters, 24 square meters, or 36 square meters? Surprisingly, all those multipliers being fired on this last question, but 4 of them were on wrong answers. Only 2 getting them right, Amy and Naked Grandma. Only Riff, Pyro, Topper, Amy, and Naked Grandma all playing multipliers here, but only 2 of them getting the right answer, Amy and Naked Grandma. Zeus was fastest, Amy was second, Naked Grandma was third, Mark was fourth, and BC was fifth. We knew Ianyo was eliminated. Topper and Pyro are now confirming their elimination as well. Question is, have Naked Grandma, Zeus, and Amy done enough to get out of the danger zone to overtake Oni, Riff, possibly even Mark or Shapes as well? The answer is 24 square meters, incidentally. Each side of Rudolph's stable is 2 meters. 2 by 2 by 2 is 8. So each of the 6 sides measure 4 square meters, 2 by 2, and there are 6 sides. 6 times 4 will give you 24 square meters. Whew. I've no idea who's coming into the final here. Let's find out as we reorder the board. Amy and Naked Grandma have done enough to get out, but Zeus did not. And it means we have our finalists, BC, Innes, Shapes, Amy, Mark, and Naked Grandma. You are all in the Danger Zone final. And Oni's streak is dead, was it? 2 years? 2 years of being in the Danger Zone final. But finally, Oni comes crashing down and is eliminated from the game. No boosts going into the final round. I'll explain the scoring in just a moment. Well, I'll explain it now, actually. Your start points in the final round are the number of questions you've gotten right minus the number of times you've appeared in the danger zone. So if you've got 15 out of 20 and you've been in the danger zone 5 times, you will start with 10 points going into this final round. The rest of the rules are the same, except there are no helps. Unfortunately, it does mean the end for Riff, Zeus, Oni, Ianyo, Pyro Pygmy, and Topper. Good effort, good yarn to get to round 4 in Danger Zone. It is no mean feat, but unfortunately it is the end of the round. You are in the Danger Zone, which means we have to say goodbye. And it's... it's not done the weird glitchy thing today. Pog. Dogfish, Colo, Oni, and Riff Raccoon all wearing the crown at the moment. 12 out of 20. Currently in line to share the lobby medal. And your points have been rearranged up in the top half of the game, or the top portion of the game. BC starts in the lead with 13. Innes in second with 12. Mark in third with 11. Shapes in fourth with 10. Then a little bit of a gap down to Amy and Naked Grandma, each with 2. But with 5 questions, each potentially worth 6 points, there are 30 points up for grabs, which means it is still anybody's game. That is the end of round 4. Let's go to round 5. And the category is General Studies. So the one allowance, very occasionally we do allow this to not be general knowledge. It is General Studies, which is a subject a lot of people, if you did A-levels in high school, you will have done this. I got a C. Shapes has got a C at this as well. I too have a C in General Studies, Shapes. We are of one mind. Although I failed my AS level. I picked up, I think, did I fail it or did I get an E? I can't remember. I think I might have got an E. And then I resat my AS levels and my A2s at the same time. My year 13 exam period was horrible because I also sat all my RS AS levels because I failed RS AS and then resat both AS and A2 in the same term. I did end up scraping an E in RS in the end. C in music, C in general studies, and a D in AS level statistics. Because I also failed AS statistics in the first year, as did everyone in the class, so we just resat the whole year. So I don't have a full A level in statistics. But yeah, I ended up with CCE at A level. But general studies was one of those Cs. Multipliers and nerfs are inactive. It is altered all down to knowledge and speed in this round. Remember, £10 PayPal going to the gold medalist. I know Mark has won a prize before. I think Shapes has won a prize. And I think that might be it from our top 6. So Mark and Shapes will be deferring if they end up on top. But we have got another 4 players in here who I believe are eligible for a Quizmas prize. And of course, there is that Boneyard medal that is being fought for as well. 4 players on 12, 2 on 11, and 4 on 10. Still a lot of wiggle room, and it's anybody's game. Best of luck to you all. The final category is General Studies. Let's play DangerZone. Oh, PSC, yeah, we had that as well. That was pre-A level, though. Question number 1. Which German composer wrote the Christmas Oratorio in the 1730s? J.S. Bach, L.B. Beethoven, Johannes Brahms, or Robert Schumann? Top 4 getting this one right. Amy and Necrogram are missing. Innes fastest, BC second, Mark third, Shapes was fourth. J.S. Bach. Da 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 da. It's the only movement I know from the Christmas Oratorio. I've never done it. I always find Bach choral music ever so slightly scary, particularly to conduct. Dogfish and Riff getting that right at the Boneyard, which means we will have a 2 crowns in the Boneyard after this one. But Innes was fastest there. Let's reorder the board. The answer was J.S. Bach. Beethoven, Schumann, and Brahms, incidentally, hadn't even been born when the Oratorio was written. Let's reorder the board. No change at the top. BC and Innes, though, now tied on first with 18. Mark still now in second, effectively, with 15. Shapes on 13. Amy and Necrogram are still on 2. So change in numbers, but no change in position. BC still with the lead by dint of alphabetizing. This is the one game I think where I don't share the gold medals. It will go to a tiebreaker if we have a tie at the top for gold at the end of this game. I'm pretty sure it's the only one. Everything else, it just gives 2 gold medals out. But here I think it does resolve the tie. Let's go on. Question number 2. Which of these classic Christmas films was directed by Michael Curtiz? Meet Me in St. Louis, White Christmas, Miracle on 34th Street, or It's a Wonderful Life? I know It's a Wonderful Life was Frank Capra. White Christmas is the answer. And incidentally, I said Meet Me in St. Louis because I always understand that in English parlance, that's pronounced Louis, as in Louis XIV. But Americans say Louis, is that right? And since it is in America, I think that's the correct pronunciation. But Lewis is usually spelled like Lewis T, Lewis. So it is correct. Meet Me in St. Louis. Good. Just BC getting that one right there, though. Getting 6 points. Everyone else getting that one wrong. We already had things, but fair enough, Aaron. I won't bring it up ever again. That's my bad.
Shame.
I'm covered in shame. White Christmas is what we wanted. Well done, BC. He's going to give you a sizable lead. Let's reorder the board. Zeus adding a crown to the Boneyard, which means we now have Triumvirate, Dogfish, Riff, and Zeus all on 13. BC with a sizable lead, a full question ahead of second place, or full maximum question ahead of second place, but there are still 3 questions to go, which means 18 points available. Amy and Nicogramma can only hope for a silver medal at this point. Everyone else is very much still in the game. Let's go on. Question number 3. When's the American round? Streptopelia turtur is the taxonomic name for which 12 days of Christmas bird? Partridge, swan, turtle dove, or goose? turtle dove. The tur part is probably the in here, unless you happen to know that the partridge belongs to the perdix family, and geese and swans belong to the Anatidae family. And incidentally, the last one, if Toots survived the maths round, I had to throw him a classic movie question. I'm not sure Toots with us tonight, but Meet Me in St. Louis was directed by Vincent Minnelli, Miracle on 34th Street by George Seaton, and It's a Wonderful Life was by Frank Capra. Mark was fastest there, BC second, Innes third, Amy was fourth. Shapes and Necrogrammar getting that one wrong. Turtle dove is what we wanted. Let's reorder the board. Again, no change to the ordering. A little bit of change to the scores. BC still with a full question lead. In fact, a question and then some, a question and a point. So he can afford to get one wrong completely and still maintain the lead, even if Innes or Mark are fastest. BC on 29, Innes 22, Mark 21, Shapes 13, Amy 5, Necrogrammar 2. 2 questions left. Question number 4. Have a look at this. Kusios is the traditional Christmas Eve dinner eaten in which of these countries? Finland, Poland, Slovakia, Lithuania.
Still, they tried to work out how to get to DangerZone to start.
Hello, score. How you doing? Well, my dude. Lithuania was the correct answer there. Just 2 getting it right. Amy was fastest. Shapes was second. Yeah, you'd find that in Lithuania. Nothing else to say about that one. Which means I can't remember what the scores were, but it might be BC's game with a question in hand. Let's reorder the board. It is indeed. Dogfish has got the Boneyard Crown, 1 point clear of Riff and Zeus on 14. Dogfish can get this last one right, then he will take the Boneyard Crown. But we have got a winner in the shape of BC. There is nothing any of his rivals can do to catch him, but we are still battling for the silver and for the bronze. It's between Shapes, Mark and Innes for second and third place. One of them will get silver, one of them will get bronze, one of them will be disappointed, but it is BC's day. One final question for you all. Here it is. The middle bits I seem to know. Hey, they all count. In the TV adaptation of Raymond Briggs's The Snowman, what is the name of the boy who befriends the eponymous character, James, Josh, Jack or John?
It's James.
BC did get that one wrong, and Innes was fastest. Shape second, Amy third, Mark was fourth. So Innes trying to catch up at the end there, doing as much as he can, getting it right fastest, and BC getting it wrong. But it doesn't matter at this stage. The answer is James. And for the final time, let's reorder the board. Oh, excuse me, a little bit of a hiccup there. I think that might be the first time. I don't think where the order of the final hasn't changed at all from beginning to end. It was fixed in place from the beginning, and it's finished there. Oh, a message from our sponsor, Matt the Ref. No message, but that is a gift sub to BC. Extra prize for you there, BC. Very well played. So it is Dogfish who takes the crown in the Boneyard. Necrogrammar finishing in 6th place on 2 points. Amy finishing in 5th on 15. Shapes is going out by a single point on the bubble on 23. The bronze goes to Mark on 24. Just a point short, the silver medal on 28 points goes to Innes. But the day belongs to BC 2014 with a score of 29, our Quizmas champion and gold medalist. Congratulations, BC 2014. Well done, lad. Gold medal in DangerZone. That is a medal to be proud of in your cabinet. And, of course, £10 PayPal or equivalent going to be going your way as well. I managed to go one better than my previous silver in DangerZone. You're doing the collections. You got a silver and a gold now. I don't know if you've got a bronze. I could check. Why don't I check? Let's have a look. Let's be nosy and have a look at BC's medal cabinet. DangerZone Silver, got a gold to go with that. You've got to Google that lobby and a Risky Business gold. So it's your second gold medal there, BC. Very well played. And we'll get you some PayPal smile money to go with that as well. No bronze. Bronze next time, maybe. Well, good game. And good game, everybody there. Thank you very, very much to Quizzle for an exceptional pack, as always. Top writer is Quizzle. That's really, really solid trivia. And that one there was no exception. Really great fun in that pack. Nice to get the school theme in there as well as the Christmas theme running throughout it. I hope you enjoyed Danger Zone. It is a staple of Quizmas. It has been in all 3 Quizmases, and it makes up the 9th day of Quizmas this year. Hope you had fun with that. But don't go away, because after this very short break, I'm going to put a little bit more wine in my glass. Not a huge amount. You'll note I'm drinking it very steadily. So I'm doing this thing where I watch what I drink. After the break, we are going to be having a very special festive edition of Moneybox. I did say I was trying to finagle getting the 2020 version to work, but it didn't have pictures. And it's on a window version, so it would have been pixelated slightly. And yeah, and it was also running in 2019, so upgrading to 2020 would have just created more problems. So we're running in the 2019 version, which means some of the bugs with the colouring of the prefabs will be a little bit off. But hopefully we'll all have some fun with that all the same. Right, I'll get some wine. If you're subbed, you won't see any adverts. If you are, you will. But don't worry, we won't start the next game without you. Thanks again to Quizzle, and congratulations to BC, our Danger Zone champion. I'll see you after the break. And don't go away, because after the break, and let me just refresh the app, and there's a bonus for you. Danger 56 if you want some bonus pennies. Don't go away, because after the break, a very special festive edition of Moneybox, courtesy of the Lupine One. Lovely pack that Lupine's done here, so I do hope you'll stick around for it. It's coming up after this very short break. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. EXLM is the code you need. Come join the game. Yeah, it's a very festive pack written by the Lupine One. So, put yourselves in, exclamation mark exclude if you just want to play in the lobby game. If you do want to play in the hot seat game, then you need to make sure, A, you're in the Discord, B, you've got a microphone so you can come and talk to me. Because it is a chatty game. It is a bit of a chatty game. So, do make yourselves known to me. Pop yourself into the lobby. And see if you can take on Lupine's Christmassy pack. Give you a few minutes to come join while we listen to the awesome soundtrack. Now, I think there's a problem with the iteration of the leaderboard on this game. It doesn't quite work as expected. Jogging currently atop the leaderboard with 22.25. Basically means I'm going to have to double check what iterates at the end of the game. Jack Wilfred 15.75, Claire and Oni tied third 14.50 each, according to our records here. Remember, in the lobby game you are just playing for pennies, and then there's a leaderboard for other players. So come join the game. It'd be good to have you here. And make sure you have got a microphone. And a message from our sponsor, Puzzle Dan.
Okay, I'm calling it now. It's going to be Arun and Matt the ref.
Arun and Matt the ref, you reckon? Thank you for the 100 bits, Puzzle Dan. We'll find out in just a minute. In fact, we'll find out right now, because that's the end of the sting. Let's pick ourselves some players. It's not. It's Oni and Ianyo. Oni and Ianyo, make your way down to the green room. You will be sound tested. And then our game can begin. And all will be well. I should share the screen. Let me do that while I'm waiting. Screen share. Screen 3 today. Go live. And a message from our sponsor, Matt the Ref.
Thanks for jinxing that one puzzle.
Thanks for the 100 bits there, Matt the Ref. All right, I see an Oni in the green room. I see an Ianyo in the green room. I don't see a sound tester, but hopefully everything is well with them. Let's bring them into the studio and just keep our fingers crossed that it's all working. Oni, Ianyo, good evening, welcome.
Hello.
I hear a 1. Is there another?
Hello.
Hey, Ianyo, hello, welcome to you as well. How you both doing? Alex, let me talk to you first. You keeping well?
Yep, my streak.
Okay,
Also,
good.
I can hear me.
Oh, yeah, it's getting the echoey double thing again. Better?
I don't know. Yeah, okay, yeah, that'll be fine.
That's better? You may or may not be able to hear the game through it. We'll find out in a minute. But
That'll be fine.
But yeah, Christmas shopping all done? Alex, you all set?
No.
No? Christmas shopping started?
I mean, I'm somewhere in the middle.
Okay, well, that's something. Have you...
Ellie's really one of the best presents I've gotten her has come through today. So.
Oh, that's good. That's good. And are you home or are you away?
Yes,
Or...
I'm home.
You're home. You're home. Fabulous.
Yeah.
Lovely. Well, good to have you here. You've played before, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
Rightio. So we don't need to go over the rules again. Good stuff. Ianyo, welcome to you. Hello.
Hi. How are you?
I'm very well. And yourself?
Doing all right.
Good stuff. And where are you speaking to us from, Ianyo?
From America, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Oh, I bet it's nippy there.
It is. We got snow.
Oh, nice. Love a bit of snow around Christmas. And are you all set for Christmas? Or shopping all in order? You got your turkey ordered?
No, I still have to do all of it.
Yeah, loads of time. I've got another week and a bit.
Yeah, that's what I tell myself.
Ianyo, have you played Moneybox before?
Just in the lobby, but yeah, I'm familiar.
Okie dokie, good. Well, I mean, I'll be here to sort of help out along the way where I can without, I'll stop short of giving you the answers. But it is a festive pack that comes to us, or it's got a festive theme to it, certainly, from the Lupine One. I hope that we can deliver you both a nice amount of pennies this evening, but time will tell. I think we should get on with the game. Hopefully you can see the screen. You may or may not be able to hear the audio, but it doesn't affect the game either way. So, without any further ado, let's reveal what tonight's categories are. 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 lords are leaping, 9
Okay.
ladies dancing, 8 maids are milking, 7 swans are swimming, 6 geese are laying, 5 gold rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
Right.
I'm a little
And a
bit
jar
sad
of
I didn't
Hellman's-
commit to singing the whole thing there.
And a jar of Hellman's mayonnaise.
And a jar of Hellman's mayonnaise, if you like. No, 12 Days of Christmas is out of copyright, Matt. It's fine. So, you're going to pick 8 questions from the 12 that are there. And with each question, you're also going to pick a coin. The coin that you pick will have one of the 12 values you see up there assigned to it. If you get the question right from the 50-50 choice, you get the value on the coin. If you get it wrong, you don't, and it goes out the game. Furthermore, there are 4 killers secreted amongst those 12 coins. And if you find a killer and get it right, then it is no different. You get the money on the coin as planned. But if you find a killer and get it wrong, then it halves your accumulated total. At the end of the game, there will be 4 questions left. 1 will be picked at random by the computer, which you will answer independently rather than as a direct team. And that will have significant consequences depending exactly what happens. But more on that a little bit later on. If you're both ready to play, life-changing amounts of pennies could be coming your way. Let's play Moneybox. Luke Pine saying, I think having a theme helps out with question writing, don't you think? 100% agree. I write much faster if I'm going to a theme. And Mrs. Flush is here. Hello, Mrs. Flush. Yeah, good. How are you? Excellent. Okie dokie. Cool. Have a nice time. Oni, Ianyo, we like to alternate, but feel free to have a discussion along the way. Oni, if you'd like to pick the first category.
5 gold rings, cross your fingers, hope it's about Phil Schofield.
5 gold rings and I hope it's about Philip Schofield. Okay. And Ianyo, a coin to go with 5 gold rings.
I'll do G for gold.
G for gold. We'll load G into your money box. Fingers on the buzzers in the lobby. It's A or B or left or right or blue or yellow, I think, are the options that you can type. 20 seconds to get an answer in the lobby. And your question is... On the Olympic flag, if... Oh, excuse me. Sorry, it's got a little dry throat. On the Olympic flag, if looking at the front, in which position is the yellow ring? Is it second ring from the left or second ring from the right? And that is time up in the lobby. Chaps, what do you think?
So we're basically saying bottom left or bottom right then.
Basically.
I don't make a habit of looking at the Olympic flag. So
If I remember, it's black on the top left. And then... Yeah.
I feel like yellow is second from the left, but I have no idea.
Yeah, I had that kind of inkling because it kind of contrasts with the black.
Yeah.
So that was my original thought. So shall we lock it in?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Second from the left?
Yeah, sir.
Second ring from the left is locked in. First things first, was that a right answer? Certainly was. Well done there. And well done if you got that in the lobby. Green if you were right, and it goes random shades of colours. I think possibly if you find a killer on a value, it goes dark red. Or possibly some other reason. So take note of where the killer values are. Zeus getting 500 there. Tadara 1,000. And Yellow Avatar, who I can't remember because the names aren't written on this version of the game, also picking up 1,000. Well done there. Guys, what did you bring to your money box on that first correct answer? 125, not bad.
It exists.
Middle of the top row, it's a good start, it's good money. It's not the massive top end of the game, which in a way is a good thing at this stage, because if you find a killer, you're not taking out, half of the massive value. It's decent enough that it's a good start, but it's low enough that it wouldn't be a disaster if you do hit a killer in the next few questions. Good start. Let's add 125 to your jackpot. And the yellow person leading is, in fact, Kamikaze. Of course it is. Currently leading with 1,000. Ianyo, a category,
Nice.
if you will.
All right. I don't know how I feel about birds. Oh, apologies for the dogs.
Or dogs, for that matter.
Let's go with
Also
12
birds.
drummers drumming.
We've got many birds here.
We've got many birds.
Many birds.
I'm feeling 12 drummers drumming.
12 drummers drumming. Okay.
Let me close the door.
We'll load up 12 drummers drumming. Oh, incidentally, the colours from order from left to right: blue, yellow, black, green, red is the order from left to right. So black actually top centre.
So I was talking complete magic.
So you weren't quite in the right area, but you got to the right answer anyway.
It was next to black still.
Yeah, only a coin.
Just go for what I'm drinking. Hefeweizen, H.
H for Hefeweizen. Let's load H into... Oops, if I focus on the right window and close that tab, let's load H into your money box.
It's a grapefruit one, but G's already taken.
Yuck. So, fingers on buzzers in the lobby. Question coming up on 12 Drummers Drumming. Which of these 1990s UK top 10 singles hit the chart the earliest? Hear the Drummer, Get Wicked by Chad Jackson, or Boss Drum by The Shaman, or possibly Shaman. 10 seconds if you want to answer in the lobby. And that is time. Do you know either of these songs, guys?
No.
I know that the Shaman had that massive hit Ebenezer Good in, I think it was 92.
Okay.
So it was probably from around that time. So we got 1992 for the right hand one.
I will defer. Yeah, I have no idea.
I've not heard the song, but I know the Hear the Drummer Get Wicked. It's going to have that one sound sample where it does that, and it's going to be it's going to be in the same kind of early 90s house thing going on. So it's a bit of a coin flip, I think.
Okay.
Although that sort of acid house stuff was very late 80s, so I think it might have been just a carryover into the 90s. So I'd be going for Hear the Drummer Get Wicked, but I think it'll only be a year in it.
I'm good with that. Yeah, I don't know either of these, so...
Okay. We'll go with Hear the Drummer Get Wicked. We'll lock that in. First of all, let's have a look. Is that a correct answer? Great logic there, Oni. You were right to the year. Boss Drum reached number 4 in November 1992. So you were bang on with the year there. And Hear the Drummer Get Wicked, you're right, reached number 3 in June 1990. So there were 2 years between them, but you were right about it being tail end of the 80s, tripping into the 90s. So great knowledge there. Well done in the lobby if you got that one as well. A couple of 400s being found there, which is nice. And a few wrong answers as well. Let's have a look. What did you bring to your money box? Okay, nice. 350.
All right.
Now we're cooking.
Now we're cooking with gas, as the expression goes. Yes, indeed. 350. Again, we've avoided all the killers, so there's still 4 killers in play for the remaining 6 questions. But for now, let's add 350 to your jackpot.
And we're not cooking with gas yet. Have you seen the bloody prices?
Yeah, that's a good point. No, we'll put on a little Trangia stove or something, maybe. Tadaro with the lead, 1400. Zeus in second with 700. Pyro Pygmies currently got third. Right, I think now would be a good chance for you guys to have a little chat about what you like the look of and what you don't like the look of. So remember, the last question is chosen at random, so you maybe don't want to keep the ones you absolutely hate until the end, or maybe you do and hope that the odds favour you.
Alright.
Yeah.
From the looks of Partridge and Pear Tree, I'd like to keep that one a bit longer. Because if I know Ralph, it's going to be about Alan Partridge, and so get it if it is.
Yeah, it's a little bit hard to kind of guess what direction the questions are going to go.
Yeah. It ain't your normal money box pack, this. Because one of them bit me at uni when I was there, I'm going to go for Geese Lane.
I was going to load up swans then, I thought, because my mates are still standing if you got bitten by a swan. Geese, you happy with Geese, Anya?
Sure. And let's have B for no reason other than that's what my eyes were on.
Sleeping out at you. Fair enough, B. Let's load B into your money box. And of course, since we've got a bit of a goose question going on here, let's have a look at your question. Fingers on buzzers in the lobby on 6 geese laying. Believed to be over 700 years old, the Goose Fair is held almost annually in which UK city? Is it Nottingham or is it York? 5 seconds in the lobby. And that is time. Familiar with this?
Yeah. Yeah, considering I work there, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
what,
not
at the Goose Fair?
No. It's at the Arboretum towards like the north of the city. I'm more towards the south.
Right.
But yes, it very definitely is Nottingham.
Does having the Goose Fair there bring up bad memories of uni?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, fair enough.
Lingo, welcome to the stream. B for bonk, which is what you get if you mess with the honk. That's worthy of a honk.
Now, right, the reason it bit me is because I wouldn't let it have a bite of my cookie, and it had like chocolate chips. And I thought, you don't want that; it's going to kill you. And it got angry and bit my back of my neck.
What a wanker! I bet he's a wanker, that goose.
Of course he is. It's a goose. It's one of the Canada. It's one of the Canada geese as well. The bastards.
Oh, no fun. Are you happy with Nottingham, both of you?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Let's focus on the right window then, and lock it in. Was it Nottingham? Of course it was. Far be it only to get the question and walk away from it. I think that question was originally something to do with that sort of goose. But a very similar question came up earlier in Quizmas, and Ralph changed it to something else. Over in the lobby, Shapes picking up 1,000 points there. Very well done. And Nicky Grandma and Santa Marie losing the 1,000, unfortunately. Bad luck there. But for you guys, let's take a look. See, what did you bring to your money box?
Also, I've been to one Goose Fair.
400 pennies, and again avoiding the killers. So you're on a bit of a roll here. You've got some good money going in, and you're avoiding killers. But this is very critical to remember. That does mean there are still 4 killers in the game. While you're getting right answers, it's often good to find killers and get them out. But for now, you've still got 4 up there. Odds are you will find one at some point, but not necessarily guaranteed. For now, though, let's add 400 to your jackpot. Tadari still with the lead. Shapes moves into second, and Zeus sticks in third. 875 is what you're up to as we approach the halfway stage. Ianyo, your next category, please.
Yes. Let's try 2 turtle doves, because I feel like it could either be about turtles or doves, or the number 2.
Okie dokie. And let's just have a look at my my Goose question. Yes, following an absence in the lockdown years of 2020 and 2021, the Goose Fair returned to Nottingham's Forest Recreation Ground in 2022 for its longest fair ever, stretching over 10 days from the 30th of September to the 9th of, presumably that should say October, not November. 2 turtle doves then. Moving on, let's load up 2 turtle doves. And Oni, a coin to go with it.
A, because at the top there and it was feeling pretty lonely.
Let's get rid of the A, load it into your money box. Coins assigned at random in our lobby game, and let's have a look at your question on 2 turtle doves. The chocolate brand known as Dove in the USA is known by what name in the UK? Is it Aero or is it Galaxy? 10 seconds to get an answer in the lobby. And 5... And time. What do we think?
Alrighty, you've had a Dove, right?
Yeah, so they're just like solid milk chocolate.
Alrighty, cool. That means it's a Galaxy then.
Yeah, I was going to say Aero is like aerated.
Yeah. I presume Aeros are just arrows in America, right?
Yeah.
Happy with
So,
Galaxy?
yeah, cool. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We'll lock it in, and we'll go B. Correct answer is indeed Galaxy. Great knowledge there. I haven't got any extra trivia to tell you. It just is. Dove equals Galaxy. Who knows why? Well done if you did get that one right in the lobby. No, massive. Oh no, I beg your pardon. Tyson finding the 1,000 there. Well played. Conversely, Nathan losing the 1,000 on that one. Very bad luck. You guys were right, of course. What did you bring to your money box? Okay, 75 down the lower end.
So A did deserve to be alone up there. That's why.
That's why you want to keep it out of dodge, because it's one of those lower values. Hey, it's still cash. Notably, it's still not a killer. You're now 4 questions deep, yet to unearth a killer. which means with 8 coins left, 4 of them are killers and 4 of them are not. So you get into 50-50 plus territory on finding a killer from this point on. But for now, that is a correct answer, and it's 75 added to your jackpot. Tadari still in the lead, Shapes in second, and Pyro Pygmy now tied in third with Zeus. 950 is what you've built up to. So, what are we thinking you don't want to keep towards the end of the game?
I presume that the Lord's one might be something in the political sphere.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, and I'm
So
going to
like
be
hard
useless on
back.
that.
Yeah, I think it'd be one of those ones that we should play it whilst we're still in agreement. Although, when we get through to the final choice, it is still like a 3 out of 4 chance that if we put a category we don't like in there, it won't get picked. So,
Right. Yeah, it could be just 25%.
So, do you want to chuck it now or leave it in?
Oh, I guess we could try it.
Yeah,
let's
let's chuck it.
out of the way.
Lords?
10. Yep.
Let's load Lords. And, Ianyo, a coin?
Let's do J for jumping instead
J.
of L for leaping.
That works. Let's load up J into your money box. Coins assigned at random in the lobby, and here is your question on 10 Lords of Leaping. In the UK Houses of Parliament, how many members are there in the House of Lords? Less than in the House of Commons, or more than in the House of Commons? Answers coming in from our lobby game. 10 seconds if you want to play. And that's time up. What are we thinking?
Much more, I think.
More?
At
Okay.
least by 100. Because I think I remember hearing that the House of Lords is the second highest unelected house in anywhere in the world outside. It's basically the only one bigger is the one in China. So I think there's something in the region of 750 at least in House of Lords. And there's only 400 seats, yet they still keep on increasing people. And once you're in there for life unless you do something stupid, which doesn't really happen despite the people there.
Michelle Moan is one fewer as of recently. Did she? She's temporarily stepped back from it, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm
good with that.
Yeah, more.
More?
Yeah.
I want more, because I'm not sure what I really wanted. Sufficed it. Sorry. More than in the House of Commons is what you think. Was that the right answer? Yes, it was. Solid knowledge there again from Oni. There's around 800 members in the House of Lords, more than 650 there's 650 in the House of Commons, although I think some of them are vacant at the moment in the Commons. Innis finding 1,000 there, and Dragon finding 1,000, but unfortunately getting it wrong. That's going to drop out of the game. 500 being lost by Pyro and Tadaru there. Bad luck. But you got another right answer there. Let's see. What did you bring to your money box? 100. Well, it's better than 50, but it's...
I mean, it not being a killer though, that's...
Yeah.
That is getting
It'd be great if we
worrying
did a
now,
killer
isn't it?
for a game. That'd be really fun if we did that. But
Would be nice. Would be nice. I mean, we could maybe be able to work out where some of those killers are by the dark reds on the lobby because of this build still being slightly broken. So you know the values you do want to avoid, but of course you don't find out what they are until it's revealed. Anyway, it is another non-killer, which means there are still 4 out of the 7 remaining coins are killers. But for now, you're into 4 figures. Let's add 100 to your jackpot. Hidari with the lead. Shapes is in second. Innis is in third. Ianyo, over to you.
All right. I'm thinking that Ladies Dancing might have to do with dance, and I don't know about that.
It might turn into a Strictly thing or something.
It's true. I feel like three French hens might have to do with the French language, or France.
Which I'd be cool with. I would be cool with if it's in the final.
You'd be cool with it in the final, so you want to save that one? Okay.
I'd say I want to save three French hens and partridge. Those are the 2 that I want to save.
Okay. Let's try. How about 4 calling birds?
4 calling
Yeah, why
birds? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's load up 4 calling birds. Only a coin?
I.
I. Okay, we'll load I into your money box. Coins assigned at random in the lobby, and here is your question on 4 calling birds. Which of these birds was seen more often in British gardens during the RSPB's 2022 Big Garden Birdwatch in January 2022? Was it a robin or a wood pigeon? 5 seconds to get your answers in the lobby. And that is time. So, either of you twitchers?
Nope.
No. This seems like it could be a tricky question.
I mean, I've eaten a wood pigeon.
Tastes like chicken, I hear.
Oh, yeah. It's basically what if chicken didn't have flavour. Same with diddly fowl.
I would have thought that robins are more commonly seen, but I would have no...
I feel so as well, because, you get a lot of pigeons, but they're not wood pigeons.
Yeah.
I think. And I recall some about robins being really popular. I can't remember where, though. And whether it was during this one event in January. And I presume because it's winter and you associate robins with Christmas, it's around that time, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know how things would be in the Big Garden Birdwatch or British Gardens.
Yeah, it should. Well, it's. I think it would be. It's very much just.
It feels like the first one we're having a little bit of difficulty nailing down an answer on this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's very much the Big Garden Birdwatch is just like you stand in your back garden, you get some, you have a look in some of your trees and see what happens.
Yeah.
What are we going for? What are we going for, guys?
I'm thinking Robin.
Yeah, that's fine. I think it's going to be a 50-50 either. I mean, I guess either way.
Robin?
But Robin,
I reckon so, yeah.
Lock in Robin. First of all, let's have a look. Is that a correct answer?
No.
It's our first misstep, I'm afraid. The wood pigeon ranked 4th, and the robin ranked 6th. Despite declining populations, the house sparrow was number 1 for the 19th straight year. The wood pigeon, by the way, is the one that makes that noise.
What? It's constantly trapped in a bottle.
Yeah, they are an interesting bird, and I like Shapes' anecdote. The best thing I've ever seen on a restaurant menu is wood pigeon may contain shot. Make bird noises, indeed. That's the only one I can do, incidentally. A lot of red going on in our lobby game. Well done to whoever's purple there, finding 1,000. A couple of thousands being... one 1,000 being lost there from a run. Puzzle Dan losing the 500. Now, you've avoided killers all the way through so far. Now is the one we really want to avoid a killer on, irrespective of the value, because we're a wrong answer. Let's have a look. What did you bring to your money box?
Also, Shapes with the bird anecdote. I thought you didn't know what they were.
Oh, I guess he's learnt since last time. It's a killer. It's the first killer you've found, and it's the first wrong answer. You hate to see it. 150 is lost from the game, but also because it's a killer, we cut your score in half. You're going to be going down to 525. Oh, I'm so sorry, but we've got to knock some numbers off.
That is the first time that I've had this happen to me in a live game setting, so, duck's broken. And a duck, that's another bird.
You hate to see it.
I had a feeling that the first time we got it wrong, the killer would show up.
I mean, it was likely, wasn't it?
It's how the game works. Stimson's Angle was the purple avatar I didn't recognise, currently in 3rd. Innocent 2nd, Shapes currently in the lead. Now, 2 questions left, so we're not going to have all of the killers. There is still going to be a killer left over, because there's still 3 in the game. But you've got a choice of 6, so again, it's 50-50 on whether you find a killer or not. Oni, your final choice. But first of all, a message from our sponsor, Silent Marine.
I guess we all don't know what birds are.
I guess we don't, Silent Marine. Thank you very much for the 100 bits. Oni, pick carefully. What's your final category choice going to be?
Alright, so I'm still going to keep the 2 that I want to save. I know that you said you had your eye not liking the look of 9 Ladies Dancing because of what it could potentially be.
Yeah. But if you're confident,
I would. If you want to bin it, I'd bin it now, so there's less risk.
True. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, 9.
9 ladies dancing. Let's load it up. And Ianyo, a coin to go with it.
We'll do D for dancing, and also because hopefully it's 500, like it is in Roman numerals.
Let's have a look. Let's load D into your money box. Coins assigned at random in the lobby. And here is your question on 9 ladies dancing. Which of these events happened earliest? Abby Clancy wins Strictly Come Dancing UK, or Christy Yamaguchi wins Dancing with the Stars USA? 10 seconds
Hey,
in
it's
the lobby.
that thing I was afraid of happening has happened.
It's like you've preordained, written in the stars. That's time up in the lobby. Guys, what do you think?
Right. What?
I don't really watch much reality dancing shows.
I mean, same. The only ones that I know about winners of Strictly was at that time Bill Bailey won it, and whoever it was last year who was the deaf winner. That's kind of it for me. So I know that it started around 2004, I reckon.
Yeah, I think Strictly started first, and then we copied it like we do.
Abby Clancy. Back in my head. Is she the one who's married to Peter Crouch?
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, his thing was around about World Cup 2006, when he basically. So I think that would. I reckon that would be an earlier series.
Yeah.
Do you sort of know anything about the kind of US media career of Christy Yamaguchi?
No, I mean she was an Olympic figure skater.
Yeah, that's the thing I knew, but then
I don't know when she would have been on. Unfortunately, it's probably going to be a year or two apart again.
Yeah,
So.
and Dancing with the Stars had less of started after Strictly got big.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna probably pop for Abby Clancy being an earlier winner.
Yeah,
If
I'm good with that.
A year, I'm gonna say 2007, maybe. Earliest, yeah, let's do it.
Abby Clancy?
Sure.
Yep.
All right, we'll lock her in. First of all, let's have a look. Was that a correct decision? Unfortunately not. Christy Yamaguchi won Dance with the Stars in 2008. Abby Clancy won Strictly in 2013.
Oh, wow.
Quite a big gap between them there, 5 years. Let's take a look at the lobby. 500s being found there by Riff and Kamikaze. 1,000 being lost by AB Me. Bad luck there. Let's have a look. What did you bring? We don't want to see a killer now. That would be devastating. What did you bring to your money box?
I mean, it'd be fun.
Oh, it's bittersweet. It's not a killer.
I was right that it was 500.
It was the D for 500. Had it been right, you would have been back up to where you were just a moment ago. But unfortunately, whilst you don't lose any money, I'm afraid we can't add it on either. And we have to lose the 500 from the game. Chase up to 2050. Innis on 1625 and Simpson, I didn't see the count, currently in third. One more question, one more coin. Ianyo, decision is with you.
All right. So we're saving 3 French hens and a partridge. What other ones do you want to save, or what are you feeling?
Actually, let's do a bit of a switch for it, because we got a couple of questions wrong. I think I need something that we can comfortably get right, so at least we can put some money in.
True.
And I think possibly partridge and pear tree for that one, if you're thinking it through.
Yeah, good with that.
You happy with that, Ianyo?
Yeah, we'll do the partridge in a pear tree.
Partridge in a pear tree. And Oni, not to put too fine a point on it, but this is about a potentially £1,200 decision you're about, a 1,200 penny decision you're about to make here. What's the final coin going to be?
And you don't have an M coin to make this very easy for.
I'm afraid I don't.
F. And I think we know what the F stands for if we're wrong.
Let's hope we're avoiding those Fs in chat as we load F into your money box. Here's your question on a partridge in a pear tree. Might feel a little familiar if you caught the 8th day of Quizmas.
Oh God!
The US sitcom The Partridge Family was first broadcast on American television in which decade? Was it the 60s or the 70s? 10 seconds to answer in the lobby. Yes, not Alan Partridge. And there's your time up. Ianyo.
Okay, I mean,
is this something you're familiar with?
I'm familiar with it, but it's tough. I feel like it's... I don't know if it started in the late 60s and went into this... Because it was definitely a 70s thing. But I don't know if it started then. I mean, I would associate it with being in the 70s.
Oni,
Just when it started.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the show at all, Oni?
No. The name is a sort of, I know it exists, but I don't know anything about it.
Okay.
Yeah, they're a singing family and had a bus that they went around in. That's about my extent of knowledge, but yeah.
It sounds very late 60s.
Yeah.
It's a bit Age of Aquarius, isn't it?
Welcome to the stream, Pokenuts. Ianyo was associating it with the 70s. I mean, it is entirely up to you. I do need a decision, though. Is it going to be 60s or 70s?
Oh.
If I was going to one chip it, 60s.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like... I know that it was, like, airing in the 70s, but it's probably the kind of thing where it started in, like, 68 or 69.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's lock it in.
60s?
Okay.
Yep, let's go. We went left the last 2 times and they were both wrong. It can't do it 3 times in a row. That's how stats works.
Mm-hmm.
The US sitcom The Partridge Family was first broadcast on American television in which decade? You've said 1960s. Is that the correct answer?
Why would the stats lie to me?
Says, come on, get happy. Series 1 first broadcast in 1970. Ianyo, you were right to associate with the 70s, and it did start in the 70s. I'm so sorry, it is a wrong answer. Oh, hello, Mr. Vertigo. Welcome to the stream. Riff finding the 1,000 there, and a couple of bigger values being lost. 500 being lost up there. There's 400 being lost at the bottom, and Mr. Vertigo is probably going to say -1 for your score when I press the button to resolve because of how the game works. Let's find out. What did you bring to your money box?
At this point, just give me a killer, it'd be funny.
Yeah, I'm afraid it is. It's a 300. Oh, and it's a killer. Oh, God, guys.
We started off really strong.
You could have been up at 2,000, but unfortunately, that is another killer on question number 8. We have to cut that 525 in half. I know it's not very festive, Lupine, and the F was right. The Fs in chat are going to flow full and fast, but unfortunately, we have to dock 262 pennies from your total.
I mean, you don't have to. If you follow the rules of the game,
Symmetry,
yes,
though.
but...
Symmetry on the remaining values was very pleasing. And unfortunately, I do. It's out of my hands because all I do is press the magic button and it just does it automatically for me. Now, guys, it is time for the finale. First of all, let me explain how the lobby game will work. One more question will be shown with an A or B option. Lobby players, you can either type A or B or pass. Choosing the correct answer will bank 100% of your points. Incorrect answer will bank just 10% of your points. Choosing to pass will bank 50% of your points. Abstention will be treated as a pass. Pennies will then be paid out at a rate of 10% of your final score. As for Ianyo and Oni, you have to answer this final question, which will be chosen at random from the 4 remaining categories independently. You have to whisper either A, B, or pass to Persephone's Twitch bot. Please make sure you do it to the whisper bot and not into public chat. If both of you are right, you will both split the remaining money and take away 131 pennies each. If you're both wrong, then you both leave with nothing. If one of you is right and one of you is wrong, then the person who is right will leave with all 262. You've also got the option to pass. If one of you is right and one of you passes, think of the pass as treating it like a mirror. It will do whatever your teammate does. So if you get a right answer and a pass, it treats you as you're both right. A wrong answer and a pass, it treats you as you're both wrong. If you both pass it, then it will treat you as though you are both wrong. So, you need to whisper A, B, or pass to Persephone's Twitch button. I must ask that once this screen is cleared, there is no more conferring between the two of you. And also, please try and contain your reactions after the answer is revealed, because the answer is revealed before what you said is revealed. I'm going to give you a few seconds now. Just have a little chat to discuss any strategies on what you might have, depending which question comes up. The floor is yours.
The strategy is, when you see the question, get it right.
That's what I was planning to do.
That's generally the strategy here.
Yeah,
Although,
I'm going to give it my best shot.
Yeah, if it's one of those ones that if it looks particularly brick content and you don't feel
I might
confident,
pass. Yeah,
you may as well pass.
yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, best of luck, both of you. The final question of the night is on the subject of 11 pipers piping. Very best of luck to you both. Nice and quiet. No more chat from you. And Lobby, the game is with you first. It won't immediately lock in your answers. Incidentally, there's a 20-second delay just so it doesn't show someone is answering really quickly. Lobby, you'll have 5 seconds after both players have locked in. Good luck to everybody. The question is... Famous for its legendary Pied Piper, the German town of Hamelin is found in which state? Is it Lower Saxony or is it Bavaria? Ianyo's locked in. Oni's locked in. And there's time up in the lobby. Famous for its legendary Pied Piper, the German town of Hamelin is found in which state? The correct answer is... Lower Saxony. It was the left answer, not Bavaria. Riff finishing on top with 22-25. I've forgotten again who second was on 1450. But Zeus is getting third with 1300. Divide that score by 10, and that is your penny payout for this evening. So, for either 262 pennies or possibly 131 each, what did you both say? The bittersweet.
Oh no, mate! Oh no!
It is Oni who finishes with 262. Ianyo, you not
I
for a punt?
Well, I thought that it wasn't Bavaria, but then I didn't want to second guess myself because I was wrong doing that twice earlier today. But
right, but you went with it.
Yeah.
Bad luck. Oni, did you know that one, or was that a guess?
I figured that Bavaria would have been a little bit too obviously.
Right.
So
You
I went Lower Saxony because I was thinking, I figured, okay, maybe it's like towards centre Germany.
I haven't got any more information to give you, just a Google Maps reference, but it is the bittersweet ending. Ianyo, thank you very much for playing, but you leave with nothing this evening. Oni, it could have been a lot more, but 262 is still decent smile pennies to add to your total ahead of the penny prize draw next Thursday. Ianyo, pleasure having you. Oni, a pleasure having you. Have you both had fun?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Good stuff. Well, thank you for taking part in this festive edition of Moneybox. I'll pop you back in the green room and hopefully see you again really soon.
So it ends with mild larceny. It's just like a standard Only family Christmas.
Sounds good. Thanks very much, guys. Merry Christmas to you both.
Thanks, guys.
Speak soon.
Merry Christmas. Bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, the bittersweet ending, and it was getting pretty high, but those late killers really damaging the game. But still, only leaves us with 262 pennies, and Riff taking home 222. That's not a bad evening's work either. Don't forget the penny prize draw will be next Thursday. And all of your pennies will be added into the draw, and we'll draw out some people to win some nice prizes at the end of the season. Thank you very much to the Lupine one for that lovely festively themed pack. Really good fun there. Always like a pack with a theme. And I will say at this point, this is the last time we'll see Moneybox for at least a little while. It is taking a break in Season 10. Yes, Moneybox won't be back next season, but it will probably be back with fixes moving forward. Oh, pennies haven't been added on yet, Dan. They'll be added on when the credits roll. That's the last game of Moneybox for a little while at least, but I do expect Moneybox will return. Indeed so, Lupine. So... yeah, that's the last we'll see it for a few months at least. But when it comes back, hopefully it'll be properly hackboxified and all the bugs will be fixed. Fingers crossed. So I'm going to roll the credits. We'll do some Spacey 4 game. I feel like I should beat the bee tonight ahead of Bash's stream on Wednesday. So no prizes for guessing what the music's going to be. Thank you all very much for playing. Thank you again to Lupine for that question pack, and congrats to Oni taking home 262. Commiserations to Ianio. I hope you've had fun. I'll see you for the penny, not the penny prize draw, for Spacey 4 game in just a few minutes' time. So pennies should have been added on. I'm not quite sure why I've gone to the BRB screen. Actually, I do know why I've gone to the BRB screen. Thank you again to Lupine for that pack. Pennies should be updated. David Dodgy might return again in the future. You never know. Now, I'm just going to do a couple of things I need to mention just before we do Spacey 4 game. First of all, footage for the Quizmas #1. Literally 10 seconds of you doing something festive. Please send me some footage. Really need some stuff. Ideally by Wednesday. Otherwise, it's going to be pretty much just me and Bash. So please do send me some footage. It won't work unless we get quite a few people signing up for it. So, Puzzle Dan wanting 100 pennies. Let me add those on. There's only two Zs in Puzzle Ben. 100 pennies for Puzzle Dan. There you go. And make sure you do cash in your pennies ahead of the penny prize draw, which is going to be next Thursday. This is the last Saturday stream for a little while, because Season 9 has got 2 more episodes, Tuesday and Thursday next week, for the 10th and 12th day of Quizmas. Ash is going to be doing the 11th day sandwiched in between on the Wednesday, which is going to be his season finale. Season 10 is coming back on Tuesday, the 10th of January. Tuesday, the 10th of January. So I'm taking a few weeks off over the Christmas holidays, and I'll be back on Tuesday, the 10th of January, with lots of fun and more trivia as ever. So do mark your diaries, but I will be off for a little bit of time in between Christmas and the front end of the new year. So mark your diaries, 10th of January, Season 10. I have put out the question request form for question writers. If you aren't a question writer, you can get the question writer role in the Discord. So if you fancy writing questions for any of the games on Quiz Night, on Game Night, sorry, Quiz Night is Ash's. Talk to Ash if you want to write on Quiz Night. But if you're fancy writing any of the questions on any of the games on Game Night, you'll need to fill in that form. I am going to be writing the schedule up probably on Thursday. Wednesday's going to be a day of video editing, and Thursday is going to be blocking the schedule. I just wanted to mention here, and I'll probably do an announcement of this in due course, because I know there's only a few people have disappeared over the course of the evening, which is fine. just to let you know, in fact, I can go to just cam for this moment, can't I? Just to let you know, going into season 10, I think there's about 68 packs that are needed. So there's still going to be a similar number of games, but I am going to be dropping the Thursday stream. Not because it hasn't been successful. It's been a lot of fun. It's actually been quite popular. There's been a lot of people similar to Tuesdays and Saturdays on many of the weeks. But just with what's going on IRL with family stuff and commitments, Thursday is generally quite a tricky evening with running around. I've got a few things in real life which are possibly I'm going to need to focus on a little bit more moving forwards. So it just affords me a little bit more time and flex, and also spending time with the family. Having being married with a 13-year-old, it is I do need to be more actively engaged in family life. So it's possible. Though it's not necessarily my place to say, that something might be appearing in that gap on Thursday. I don't know. You'll have to wait and see. But there may be something to plug that gap. But moving into season 10, yes, ooh, Topper, ooh, indeed, it might be something that is going to fill that gap. But as ever, information in the Discord server will be available. So there won't be a Thursday stream moving in. I'm going back to my standard Tuesdays and Saturdays at 8 p.m. And that's going to be from the 10th of January. The schedule of games will be published once I have assigned writers, which are in the process of doing. Like I say, if you want to write for game night, get into the Discord, get yourself the question writer role, and fill in the form. There's a form available. I think I've had 16 or 17 responses from that form already, which is great. And it looks like we're not going to have trouble populating the games moving forward. Like I say, there are a couple of games that are being rested next season. Moneybox is one of them. Risky Business is another. And I think I've got 4 of each of the games that I want to play, plus 8 of each of the warm-ups that we want to play, plus a couple of spotlights in there as well. So there's a couple of games that won't be featuring in Season 10. The people who've done the writer request form will have seen that already. Others, you'll be shown those in due course. But I'll say here what I said to when I first floated to the question writers. I don't see it as a death of the game, and it's never going to come back. It's just taking a break for Season 10. I want to give a bit more airtime to some of the newer games and some of the newer builds that we've done. It just makes things a bit easier for me to manage if there are fewer games on the roster. So there's only about two or three or four which are going to be just taking Season 10 off while I figure out the direction of things moving forward. So I know there's a lot of that is quite cryptic, but just to put you in the picture, as we come towards the end of Season 9, no Thursday in Season 10, though that gap may be being filled elsewhere with similar content. And yes, there's a couple of games dropping from the roster, including Moneybox. So yes, all of that having been said, I think I should give you a chance to win some pennies. Left or right? And let me boost this 10 pennies for every player who comes to join the game. And while we're doing this, let me just have a quick look and see what is going on in the rest of the week. It's Saturday at the moment. It's Topper's Quizzical Christmas tomorrow. So let's give Topper a shout out. Topper tomorrow at 8 p.m. GMT is going to be his last stream of the year. It's his Quizzical Christmas. And I know that myself and Bash and Prey are going to be guest starring on there. Jack and Jers, welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. So make sure you go give him a follow. Tomorrow, 8 p.m. GMT, Topper's Quizzical Christmas. Lots of festive fun being happening there. And hard quiz as well. Guest hosted by Lewis, I believe. So lots of things to look forward to there. And BC falls all the way through into... I thought I did say it properly, Lewis. Or Louis. 250 pennies up for grabs for the remaining players. So that's tomorrow, 8 p.m. I'm going to be back with the 10th day of Quizmas on Tuesday, which I think I'm going to do some Battlefront at the beginning. I think it's got set game down, but I might turn that into Battlefront. So that's at the beginning. There's then going to be the feature Quizmas game, and then the staff game of Google That, which I am going to be playing this year. which I'm very much looking forward to. So a combination of admin and proofers, prolific question writers on invite are going to be taking part in the staff game of Google That, which of course has got a lobby play as well. So that will be Tuesday on the 10th day of Quizmas. Bash is in with his season finale for the 11th day of Quizmas next Wednesday, which of course is going to, I think, open secret, is going to contain the time shock, which should be a huge amount of fun. I think I was first on the reserve list, but I may have to make my excuses because we are now hosting a birthday party for Useless Noisemaker. A few of you may know, does come along occasionally. She's an IRL friend, but it's her birthday on Wednesday. And she sort of said she was, most of her sort of local friends have gone away for Christmas already. So we're like her only friends left, so we said we'll have her and her partner around. So we're going to be hosting a bit of a birthday party. I will try and poke my head around the door for the time shock. Oh, hello, we're going for the chaos ending. But that's on the 11th day of Quizmas with Bash. That's going to be his season finale. And then I am wrapping the season of Quizmas up on... Wait for this. Oh, good, it's the chaos ending. We'll do a rollover immediately. 250 pennies rolling over to the next drop. And then, yes, my season finale and the 12th day of Quizmas, the publication of the Quizmas #1, featuring me and Bash, and, of course, the penny prize draw with some prizes available, and, yeah, really exciting 12th day of Quizmas games, so I really hope you'll come along for that. It'll be the last stream before Christmas, say it properly, and then I'm off until the 10th of January. So do hope you'll come and join for those Tuesday and Thursday with me, Sunday with Topper, Wednesday with Bash. So we've each got, well, I've got 2 left, Ash and Topper each with 1 left. So please do come and show your support if you can, if you're around. People just want to watch the universe burn, they do.
Duh.
That's obviously what's going on there. Right, 250 pennies going into the rollover then. Let me set that up at the beginning. 250 pennies, and that rollover begins now, left or right. And I'm only doing 2, and then we're doing Beat the Beat, and then I'm heading off. How are we doing for time? 20 past 10. I think Jogging is doing something in Ash's Discord later on. But we will still raid, as is customary. If there's anyone online. God, there's anyone here. JB Henry's doing Dr. Mario. Raid JB Henry. JB Henry, XIV. Yeah, he's still on. He's not been on long. So we'll give a raid into JB Henry. Any suggestions for the raid message? Would be good. 470 pennies going to the winner here. Another 13 JB Henrys. Indeed. So 470 pennies for the winner. And it's the left that drop. Too late, BC. You'd have been right. JB Henry XIV. I'll get that raid ready. Chaos is a good raid message. Could go with that. Hashtag chaos. JB Henry XIV. But yeah, lots. I know it's just bombarding with a load of information there, but Quizmas drawing to a close. 10th, 11th, 12th games with me, Bash, and then me. Topper tomorrow. Footage for the Quizmas #1. Please, please, please do give me some footage. Send some footage in my direction. Firing it through to Dario or Mr. Vertigo, Stimson's Angle, and Tyson Bain remain. Yeah, please do send us some footage, because otherwise it's going to have to edit it together and it's just going to be me and Bash. So do need some footage of that. Please, please, please do send just a little 10-second snippet of you doing something festive. It'd be great to have you. Please do get in touch. And that's about it. That's about it for now. We'll play out this game. I'll get the cube ready. We'll do Time Shock Cube tonight, so micro pennies will be available. The DRMC. Oh, JB is. Hey, Mr. Vertigo! You winner. What do you mean, Pokenuts? It's definitely JB on, I think. Mr. Vertigo, you've won 470 pennies. Very well played. Let me refresh the app and stop the build and clear the rollover. Good stuff. Right. Beat the bee time. Let's go to just cam and actually turn the camera on. Right. Beat the bee time. Can we get a poll going? What is it? It's prediction. Start prediction. Buzz. Start. Got it. I think it's on for a minute. So we will start, as we always do, with 30 seconds still left on the poll. So you can see if I have a good start or a bad start. No, not yet. Not yet, time shock. 1 minute 18 is the time limit on this one. Haven't won for a while. It'd be nice if we can. JB Henry XIB. We'll get ready to raid JB Henry. And I'll get ready to beat the bee. So yeah, I won't repeat myself, but yes, lots going on the last 3 days of Quizmas, and send me some videos, and yeah, things resting, and season 10, January the 10th is when that starts again. Right, that's about 30 seconds left. If you're playing along at home, grab your cubes, and let's see if I can beat the bee today. I'm not even going to try. My mind went blank. That's one of the worst DNFs I've had in a while. My mind just went blank. I went to the wrong stage of the algorithm. And, yeah, and I just couldn't remember how to get back. So I got the top layer, but then I missed off the... I'd got the center cube wrong. And I just couldn't, my brain just wouldn't allow me to go back a level. I probably just flipped it around in one direction. Otherwise, apart from that, I got off to a good start. But, yeah. Damn. I kind of want to do it again. In fact, I will do it again. Because I don't like how that ended up. I'm going to go again. 30-second poll, and I'm going to start immediately. Second chance. Here we go again. Time shock. That went really fast. There we go. Oh, I'm out of practice. Sorry about that. And that is going to be the end there. 2 failed time shocks in a row. Oh well, that's the way it goes sometimes. Don't forget, you can cash in those micro pennies. We will be doing the prize draw on Thursday and then resetting the totals. We are for now going to go and raid JB Henry XIV with the raid message #chaos. So, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you to Zeus for writing Plinko. Thank you to Quizzle for writing our Quizmas Danger Zone. And thank you to Lupine for writing Moneybox. Congratulations to all our winners. I hope you had fun. Until next time, I'm going to be back on Tuesday. I will be here on top of stream tomorrow for the host battle in Slam against Ash and Prey. So very much looking forward to that. I hope that I will see you there. Otherwise, I will be back on Tuesday with the 10th day of Quizmas. More fun, more trivia, and even more prizes. Hope to see you then. Until next time, stay safe and be splendid and wonderful, marvellous and fantastic to each other as always. Until next time, I've been Royal Flush. You've been watching Game Night. Take care. Peace out and good night.